congrats on signing as a free agent for the Bengals. What was that process like for you?
It's kind of crazy. We're sitting with my family during the draft time. 3 days go by. You're thinking you're going to go Saturday between those later rounds. That's where I was projected. So, fortunately, that didn't happen. And then right after the draft, you get a whole bunch of calls here and there. I got a call from the Bengals, a call from the Eagles, a call from the Cowboys, all wanting to sign me, and it's kind of hectic and not knowing where to go. And you got to make a split decision. And by the time I decided to go with the Bengals, I thought that was the best fit. They had already filled all their free agent spots. So
Whoa.
then they were like, well, you can come out to our rookie minicamp. And I was like, that's the best opportunity for me I have right now. So I went a week later, went out to the rookie minicamp and went through the 3-day process there, practices. And then they decided to sign me then. So
Wow.
that's how that kind of happened. I also had a trial with the Eagles the next week because that two-week process or a period where they have the rookie mini camps. But fortunately, the Bengals worked out for me.
Bengals worked out. So you're from the Dover area. Did you grow up an Eagles fan? There's Eagles, Ravens, Redskins here on Delmarva. What was your team growing up?
To be honest, I didn't have a team.
You know, it's funny. Every single NFL player says they don't have a team. They only like players. Is that really true?
That is true. I liked Peyton Manning growing up. My dad's from Knoxville, Tennessee, and my mom went to UT. So we were kind of a University of Tennessee household growing up, but I decided to go to Florida, obviously.
Yeah, well, it worked out well for you. Okay, so before we get too much into the NFL, let's take it all the way back to high school, Dover. Okay. What was your best memory on the football team there?
Best memory, I mean, we only beat CR once, but I think those games under the lights is the best memory I have playing CR, just that rivalry. And I mean, being from here, being born and raised, it's something intense. So you have to be from here to understand it.
Everyone on Delmarva understands the final score, Friday Night Lights, and how intense that is. Oh, yeah. So you only beat CR once.
Yeah, that was my freshman year.
Do you ever, freshman year too?
Yeah.
Do you ever come back to any of the high school football games? Do you ever talk to the kids?
Yeah, I tried to come back during the season when I was at Florida. I believe my redshirt season, I came back one game and just was around, like didn't really talk to them, stayed out of sights, but it was nice being back there watching the games. I was actually at the old high school. Now they have this new facility, which is amazing. I've been over there. It's pretty crazy.
Isn't it? It's huge. There isn't a lot of people who go from Dover to the SEC. Mm-hmm. What was that transition like for you? You're talking about like the NFL of college football.
Yeah, it was pretty intense at first. You always think you're stepping outside of your boundaries when you're coming from a small town like this. So it was pretty overwhelming at first. Registered my first year, so that was kind of disappointing. But then kind of stuck there. We had a lot of coaching changes and different opportunities for me to prove my skills. So it worked out, fortunately. Played my registered junior year, started the whole season, and then was a captain my senior season. So
how did Dover prepare you to go to the SEC, and how did that even come about? I read that you were scouted on Rivals.com. Mm-hmm. How are you prepared to play in the SEC coming from Dover High, and how did it kind of happen?
Yeah, I mean, it really is it's kind of a long shot how it happened, but Coach Carlton Brown, my head coach at the time at Dover High School, and Incognito Productions Film, they kind of put together a film, and Coach Brown sent it out to everybody in the country, and then I just started getting calls from there. But one thing you can't teach is size, and I had that coming out of high school, and I think that's what's benefited me and given me opportunities.
What are you weighing in at now?
Around 315.
315. How big were you in high school?
I was actually 300 in high school too, so I was probably 6'4", but now I'm 6'6". But yeah, I'd probably say I toned up a little bit more than I was in high school. Maybe a little doughy in high school.
So you did have at least the height and the weight advantage in high school to get the SEC looks. At Florida. You played many positions on the O-line, left guard, right guard, center. It seems like you just did it all. How did that help you and prepare you for the NFL?
Yeah, I think it's helped me a lot just because in the NFL you're going to be getting a lot of opportunities and you need to be able to plug in wherever you can. When I went to camp or OTAs and minicamp with the Bengals, I played center, guard, and right tackle. So I think that's helped me transition a little bit, and just being versatile like that just helps you gain status on a team and potentially making the roster.
Now, you are listed as a center/guard. What are you most comfortable with?
I like center just because you're kind of like the commander of the O-line. I was like that at Florida, so it's probably like my key position. I think I like it. You have to know where everybody else is doing. You have to be kind of the captain on the O-line as the QB is to his wide receivers and running backs. So I feel comfortable there. I shotgun snapped at Florida. Don't have a problem underhand snapping, so I feel pretty comfortable there.
Tell me about the O-line at Florida. I mean, you started every single game in 2015.
Yeah, we were pretty young. They called me the grandpa of the bunch because I was a fifth-year senior, and I think the next guy up was a redshirt sophomore at the time. So there's a pretty young group of guys, and I'm looking for them to do pretty well this season.
When you think about your time at college and then you think about what you're about to do in the NFL and get your chance at training camp, what's going through your mind? When from high school to college, it's a different level. Everyone's good. Then when you get to the NFL, everyone's really good. So what's your mindset?
I think, as you know, in the NFL, everybody's physically all the same. I think what separates a lot of guys is the mental preparation, knowing defenses and knowing what you're doing on every play, knowing checks. That's the kind of thing I want to work on the most, is being mentally prepared going into training camp and not trying to make the littlest mistakes as possible.
Tell me about the minicamp that you just got back from recently.
Oh, it went really well. I started at second team center, backing up their starter right now, and I also had some right tackle reps as well. So it was pretty surreal being out there with the guys that are making millions and millions of dollars, and you're out here just trying to looking for opportunity.
And that could potentially be you one day, and hopefully one day soon.
One day, yes.
That's cool. Now, I'm just curious to know, were a lot of the guys on the O-line kind of rotating positions, or are you one of the only guys who was backing up the center and also doing a little right guard action too?
Yeah, there was some rotation, but the rookies that we did have have never played center before, so it was kind of a good opportunity for me to show what I could do there at center. So there wasn't really a rotation at center, but at guard there was, and at tackle.
Well, that's great. Yeah. Anything to make you stand out, right?
Absolutely.
Let's go back to you being an undrafted free agent. Obviously, you told me day 1 went by, day 3 went by. What was that like for you? And how were those conversations with your agent as you're waiting? And then to where, you're getting phone calls from teams afterwards.
Yeah, well, me and my agent, my family, we weren't really expecting to get called till the third day, obviously, rounds 4 through 7. So it's just kind of crazy. You're just sitting there waiting, watching other guys go by. You're pumped for your teammates who are getting drafted too as well, hitting them up, and it's just a crazy feeling. And then when it comes down to the wire, you're getting calls. It's like everybody, like this could be it, and it's not it. And then after the draft, it actually happened to be the best opportunity I could get.
So when you realized that the Bengals was the best opportunity for you, and you realized, okay, I get my chance, what was your reaction?
Just to go there and work hard. Do what I've been doing my whole life, being an underdog from Delaware and working hard. It's what Delaware taught me.
Do you think that kind of gives you a leg up? You're coming from, I don't want to put anything bad on the program. It's a great program, but not a lot of people go to the SEC and then go to the NFL. We have Duron Harmon from CR, your rival, but it's not quite common for this area. So do you think that kind of gives you a leg up on work ethic?
I think it does a little bit. Just the competition-wise, but I mean, it's the NFL. If you're good enough, they're gonna find you.
Good.
Especially with Duron Harmon, we talk a little bit, and I know he's doing really well up there in New England.
Training camp is right around the corner. How are you getting prepared? I know you want to go there in shape.
Yeah, it's just trying to get in the best shape as possible. I know it's going to be pretty grueling. Down in Florida, those hot summers they're pretty intense, so I can't imagine up here at the next level.
All right. Tell me a little bit more about your regimen. You know, you did some training down in Florida. You're doing a little bit of workouts here. Give me a little detail on that. You doing 1-a-days, 2-a-days, just cardio, lifting? What do you do to prepare?
Right now, it's just Monday, Wednesday, Friday lift, and then I'll run Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Wednesday I just lift. So it's more just to stay in shape, not to go intense right now, just because we're getting ready for an intense period with training camp. So it's trying to just maintaining and staying in shape, more running rather than lifting a lot heavy weights.
Okay, so let's say speaking into existence, when you make the 53-man roster, what's the first thing you do to celebrate?
I don't know. I'll probably get a place and then invite my family.
House party, right?
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like a good idea. Okay, now I have to ask this. Try not to laugh. No, I'm just kidding. Who was the guy in your Twitter picture? Your default Twitter picture. I was like, that's definitely not Trip Thurman.
It was our Uber driver in Austin. My buddy Jeff Driscoll just got married, and we had a bachelor party in Austin, and that was our Uber driver. He was a pretty cool guy. So.
You must have liked him a lot.
Yeah, cool, yeah.
Does he know that he's your default picture?
Mm-hmm.
He does know. What did he say?
He's just laughing. He's one of those guys that's just happy on life.
I was racking my brains. It's like, maybe it's his dad. No. Maybe it's one of his coaches. Maybe it's an actor who I don't know.
Yeah, no, I was just a funny thing I did.
So last question. Tell me something that people don't know about you. They look at you. They see this big guy, going into the NFL. Seems like you have a funny side to me. Yeah. What don't people know about you?
Yeah, like I'd say I have a pretty funny side, a sense of humor. I'm also pretty humble. I mean, I feel like, and a lot of guys don't know that just because of where I've been. So I would say that. And a lot of people don't know my real name's Frederick.
Frederick.
Yeah, it's not Trip. So.
Frederick. Okay, Frederick. So where did Trip come out of Frederick? How did that happen?
Because I'm the third, so I'm Frederick Alexander Thurman the third. Triple.
Got it.
So it's a lot. It's always weird explaining that, but.
I'm glad you explained that to me, because I was meaning to ask you and I totally forgot. I was going to say, is Trip short for something that I haven't heard of before?
No,
that's
my
pretty
parents
cool.
didn't name me Trip.
Frederick. But you prefer Trip?
Yeah, that's fine.
When people go into the NFL, I love to ask them this question. Assuming that you make the 53-man roster, what are your goals for that next level of NFL play?
Yeah, I mean, really my goal is going into training camp is putting the best film I can on the field and being able to play in all the preseason games. I feel like that gives me the best opportunity and the most looks for, if not the Bengals, maybe all other 31 teams. Say it doesn't work out with the Bengals, another team could pick me up. That would be my goal right now. Not talking about the 53-man roster right now.
Got it. Okay, Trip, thank you so much.